How is everybody doing? This is the fourth episode of Caster's Finesse, and in this episode we will be talking about Great Farron Dart. You need 23 intelligence to use it. You will find it in Farron Keep next to all these dead mushrooms, and you need to get the Sage's Scroll, give it to Orbeck of Vinheim, and you will be able to obtain the spell. But I found the casting speed with the Sage Ring to be about 0.67 seconds to 0.65 seconds, and the casting speed without to be about 0.82 to 0.85 seconds. This spell we will mostly be using for finishing the opponent off or racking up small amounts of damage, because it does do somewhere around 125 to 130, which, you know, is not bad for a spell that has this fast of casting time. But that's mostly what we're using the spell for, so let's get right into it. So my first little match here that I'm gonna have, we got a Mr. Katana user. He's gonna do his running at R1 per usual. So we're going to hit him with our Crystal Soul Mask, and then we're going to try to bait him into an attack, so we can either get a parry or another spell off of it. So he's doing an obvious run attack. We're going to parry that. Now he's looking kind of low, so I'm going to pull out my Great Farron Dart. And I actually thought I had my staff out here, so I'm going to punch. But another great thing you can do with this spell is you can run while casting it. So if you're in a gank situation and a person is running from you and they're very low, you can run while casting the spell, so you won't lose so much ground while, you know, trying to cast Crystal Soul Spear or something like that. But this spell has come through for me on wins on many occasions, whether I'm very low or my opponent is very low, or both just looking extremely low. This spell has made me come out on top on many different occasions. And I love this spell for that, and I always keep it on my my attunement bar, just because the fact that you can finish someone off is a great tool that you will need in a lot of situations in 1v1s. It's kind of like a much more powerful throwing knife. You know how you throw a throwing knife out real quick? This is like a much more powerful throwing knife, hitting for somewhere around, 130, 140, or 150, somewhere around there. But this spell, you can use it to kind of get that damage over time as the battle goes on, but your opponent will know that you're going to cast it when they're low, so you can save it for the element of surprise. And another thing the spell is great at doing is, if you're too far away, an opponent whiffs their attack, as our friend just did in the last clip, you can punish them with that spell by getting in some quick damage for that whiff attack that they did, but you were too far to punish. So as you can see, he threw out the attack. I was much too far to punish it with either my sword or another spell, and I got a quick punish in due to the fact that I shot Great Farron Dart, and it made us come out on top of that battle. But I'm just messing around with Chameleon here. As you can see, he would have hit me with that attack, but he unlocked since I used Chameleon, because once somebody uses Chameleon, you cannot lock on to them. So I don't know, I'm just trying to use different spells, see how I can use them. I'm still messing around with Chameleon, but we're just trying to pressure our friend into some of our attacks or our spells right here, and we're gonna see how he deals with it. We got that nice roll punish right there, because I knew he was either gonna parry or roll, so I just waited it out. He did a nice job of dodging all of those, because it came out at kind of a weird series. He did a good job at dodging those. Now we're just trying to add some attacks in. When I get a hit, we're doing good on kind of just baiting him out and hitting him as time goes on. But he's looking kind of low now, so we're gonna look for the finish. Since we haven't used this all game, he doesn't expect us to shoot it, but sadly it doesn't kill him. But like I said, it's good on getting people on those whiffs attacks You see he whiffed his attack, but I was kind of too far to punish it with my sword, so we'll just go ahead and shoot a Great Farron Dart and it'll be able to finish him off. That's usually what you'll be looking at with Great Farron Dart, is if the person knows you're shooting it, you can kind of bait out an attack and they'll whiff if you're far and you space yourself right, and you'll get them in that whiff attack, and it'll either for some more damage or to finish them off. Either way, it's a great thing to do. And another thing that Great Farron Dart is good for is if people are is the roll. I don't know if you guys have seen the composite bow, but once you shoot, when you roll and you shoot, it comes out with a rolling, like a rolling shoot attack. And the Great Farron Dart has the same aspect to it, as it can shoot out of its roll. And a lot of people have never seen the spell in use because there's not many sorcerers around. So once you roll and you shoot Great Farron Dart, you'll come out of the roll shooting the spell, and it'll catch a lot of people off guard, whether they're low or you just want to get in a little bit of damage in, and you're just trying to finish them off. As you saw, I did. As you can see, I do it in this video, and I think I do it in this one right here. But the fast casting speed of this spell also translate into a fast recovery time. But you see, I roll, and he's not expecting me to shoot right out of that roll. But like I was saying, the fast casting speed transitions into a fast recovery time. So if somebody rolls into you from you shooting Great Farron Dart, whether they're trying to juke the spell, you can almost immediately swing your sword to punish the roll or their attack before their hyper armor frames get out, or whatever attack they're trying to do at the moment. This spell is definitely a great spell to have. Always have it on your hotbar. It's great at finishing people off and adding a little bit of damage in there and mixing things up on people, and synergizes well with all the other spells that you have in your attunement slot. But that's it for this episode of Caster's Finesse, guys. Till next time.